Hello, and welcome to the One Episode Rule, a podcast about first impressions. I am Magpie. Almost forgot how the intro goes.
You kept us in suspense for a minute there.
Um, anyway, I didn't watch any anime recently. I just didn't do that. I was doing other things.
Yeah. Hi, I'm Joey, and honestly, same. We've we've all been up to things lately.
It's all right.
Just
We'll have plenty to talk about. There was news.
there there's news. Oh, I know exactly what news. You know what? I don't have much else to say. You want to get right into
There's
it?
a lot of news. Okay, so let me just bring up all the news that I had. We're going to start off on a light note. Maybe we'll move this into the middle somewhere. Start off on a light note. Um, a Gorillas based note because they released a short film called "The Mountain, the Moon Cave, and the Sad God"
It
as a love letter to animation,
Yes, and it was
and
beautiful.
I thought it was beautiful. And that's just free. You could just go see that
Yep.
on
Go look it
YouTube.
up.
I recommend it. I think it's pretty good.
Yep.
What else do we have? Kiki's Delivery Service is going to be in IMAX in March. If you want to go see that, I want. I think I might want to go see that, but I don't know.
Yeah, no, that sounds fun.
I haven't seen an IMAX film in a really long
Oh,
time.
same.
I barely remember what's special about them.
I mean, it's just wide.
It's just big,
It's
isn't it?
just big.
Um,
I'm sure it'll be great. And listen, sometimes you gotta go to a movie theater about
sometimes
it.
you got to go to the movies. Okay, we have bad news. Um, so manga publisher Shogakukan is currently imploding at the seams because it has been revealed that multiple sex offenders have been working for it under pen names. And it has also been revealed that the company appears to have been trying to actively cover this up.
Ugh.
I learned this because the author of Freerun straight up yanked their manga from the service and will
Which,
no
yeah,
longer be associating with it.
like good for them, but God, we can't keep having this happen. This is insane.
I can't I
Like,
I can't remember exactly. I think it may have been the author of I think it may have been I think it may have been a Fujimoto from Chainsaw Man who was just like, "Hey, those guys should just fucking die." Which is a breath of fresh air considering like how previous sex abuse scandals have gone with the anime and manga community where it's just a bunch of mealy-mouthed, "Oh, he's worked in the industry for so long." To have somebody just be like, "Hey, they should shoot those
yeah.
guys," is really refreshing.
Ugh,
But yeah, it's bad.
tired of
They
it.
should not have employed them. Uh, Strikingly similar to the Yakuza 3 remaster thing, where they also hired a known sex criminal and provided no good reason for it.
Uh,
Um, but anyway, moving on to more shocking news.
oh boy.
There's going to be another Evangelion anime, and it's going to be written by Yoko Taro.
This is
I,
gonna be wild,
I don't know
folks.
how to phrase this in any other way that gets across the gravity of the situation.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's going to be a Studio Kara and Cloverworks collaboration. I don't know anything else about it.
Yeah, the trailer didn't really reveal much. Well, basically what we've gotten so far is a vague teaser. Um, what I remember was like a ruins, and then there's a small clip of one of the Avas at the very end.
I don't know. I don't
I
know.
don't know.
And uh um let's see. Eiichiro Oda apparently wrote down the ending of One Piece and like hid it somewhere.
I love this shit.
What is what a jackass.
Thank you. Thank you, Oda-san.
I saw somebody make the joke that the GeoGuessr guy already knows where it is.
Yeah, I saw that
Uh,
too.
and finally, but not leastly, Steel Ball Run. Steel Ball Run on March 19th.
Steel Ball Run. You know what else is coming out, right?
What?
Morohedoro.
Morohedoro. Is that soon?
Morohedoro is April 1st.
It's April 1st. Yes, it's April Fool's Day. I remember
Yes.
this conversation we already had.
But Steel Ball Run, yes.
Steel
Oh,
Ball
that's so
Run.
soon. That's this
That's
month.
that's so soon. I never thought this would happen.
Oh man, how
Uh,
exciting.
um. So I prepared some options for today, and I don't
Oh,
know which ones are the ones to pick. So
okay.
I kind of want you to. I want to ask you whether you want to pick something serious to talk about, or do you want the gun?
Ooh. Um, what are the vibes on the serious one? Is it something that's recent? Is it
It's not exactly recent, but it is notable. People talked about it for a long time.
for something notable?
You want something
Let's
notable?
have something notable. We need to recover from last week's debacle, I think.
It's funny. It's funny you should say that
Oh no.
because I've selected for the serious option, ReZero, starting life in another world.
Oh boy.
You have selected an isekai.
It's always isekai. Oh man. Alright, let's go. Let's go.
Let's go to another world again.
Let's go.
Disemboweled in another world. Twice.
By Panic at the Disco. No.
Oh, you took notes, right?
I took notes.
Okay, good, because I'm
Um,
struggling. It's
y-
not a bad. It's not bad show. I'm just having an off day.
folks,
My brain is dehydrated.
folks, you also have to understand that they tricked us with this one. Isekai got us tricked, bro.
Okay, okay. I don't get it with anime. I think anime's getting a little too big for its britches. You do not need a double length pilot. You are not Twin Peaks.
Yeah, so this episode was 50 minutes long. It was 25 minutes for me, but you know how it is. I even saw our good host Magpie
No, you can't
bumping it
confirm
up.
that.
I saw you bump it up to
You
1.25.
can't confirm that. You can't confirm that, and it's just a natural part of the show that everybody felt just a little hurried and anxious.
So yeah, none of us was expecting the 50-minute
None
episode.
of us.
None of us was expecting it. But that's okay. We got through this one.
Um,
Yeah, so
we're so I know people have many opinions about ReZero, but I'm going to say this is that we get cut to the chase fairly quickly, and we do not lag.
oh yeah. No,
And also we are introduced to maybe my favorite standard isekai man thus
yeah.
far.
Honestly, here's the thing. This is an isekai, folks. If you're not an isekai watcher, you might be like,
You might be less
ugh,
familiar with the tropes.
grr. The thing is that this does tropes, but for an
Well,
average,
it's a deconstruction.
yeah, as an average, it didn't make me mad and like kind of.
So we should keep our feelings about it towards the end. But let me
Sure.
just say, I quite like Subaru because he reminds me of like what if you took what's his name from Konosuba, Kazuma from Konosuba just a little more seriously.
Yeah.
What if he had just a little more dignity?
Yeah.
The dignity of an average Japanese boy
Yes.
rather than, scum.
Yeah. Like
Um,
he's not a nasty boy. He's just generally kind of fine.
he's he's
He's kind of got the blandness that
he's
most
he's
isekai protagonists will have a touch of that.
he's well he's not even bland. He's just like normal to the point where he's like kind of put off by things.
Yeah.
But yeah, we open on him reading his manga. He's reading his manga at the fucking company. Uh, and I don't know what he's reading. He's reading like He's reading a weekly,
Yeah,
and he's just like, "Oh, I see. That's where they sucker you in. Oh,
that's
yeah,
how they get you.
that's how they get you." And then he goes, he goes to pay for, his comedy goods. He's got some instant ramen and such in there, and some potato chips,
And
and
while this is happening, we're cutting back and forth.
just to strange clips. Strange
Mystery.
from first person view of like a hand reaching out in darkness, and there's blood. Uh,
He's like, I gotta save him.
um,
Oh,
and yeah, but otherwise normal. He's paying for his shit at the comedy, and while why he is paying for his shit, he takes out he pulls out like a coin, and he's just like, "Ooh, a ridged edged 10 yen coin," and he puts it back in his pocket. Um,
the surprise tool we'll use for later.
and yeah, he steps outside, and he's clearly like feeling a bit off, and the interjections continue to the point where he's just like, "Ugh, my eyes." I guess anybody who spent all day gaming in their dark house would feel weird. Uh, and he closes his eyes once before he crosses the street. Uh, And whenever he opens them again, he's just in the isekai.
Yeah, so I did expect this to be, oh, he accidentally walked into the street and met
Assaulted by Truck-kun.
Truck-kun.
There
Yes.
was actually there was a magical effect in the real world before
Mm.
he went, and I thought somebody was summoning Truck-kun, which would have been evil. Kill a man on the earth to bring him to the other world.
Oh man, that's rough.
Um,
No, that doesn't happen. He just blinks
well,
and
that's why
he's
we don't
there.
know that doesn't
Well, we
happen,
don't.
but
I guess we don't know that
but it
that
doesn't
didn't
happen in
happen.
front of us. Um, Quick note: were some budgetary concerns in this anime, as far as I can tell, but I do think they spent their money correctly. Which is, you can tell that some of the characters walking around are 3D models,
Mm-hmm.
because they have very specific like walk cycles to them, and it's really funny because it looks a little bit like an MMO in there.
Honestly, I didn't find it distracting. I really didn't even notice that.
Oh, I'm not mad about it. They used it to create a world that's really heavily
Yeah,
populated,
they've
which
got
is
a lot
very
of
nice.
characters.
It's something a lot of the low effort isekai do not do,
Yes,
and they
because
look quite empty.
yeah, no, this does not look like an empty world. Like there's cat people, lizard people. There's
So just a whole bunch of them on screen at all times.
lots of different
It's a
fantasy
little
sort of.
generic, but I appreciate how tall it is.
Yeah,
Um,
like it's fine. It's
and yeah, he comes to the conclusion. He's just like, I must have been isekai. Good God.
he screams in excitement
He's
because he's
excited and
like,
horrified.
well, yeah, because he's like, okay, my latent superpowers must manifest now.
Yeah, because he's walking down the street and he's looking around and he's taking it all in, and he's not publicly freaking out, which I really appreciate. But he's taking it all in, and he's just like, demi-humans seem pretty common here. Must be a relatively standard fantasy world. I bet there's wars and adventures going on. Lots of different types of people. And yeah, he's walking down a street beside a bunch of lizard drawn carts,
Yeah.
and a little girl is about to be hit by a cart. She's fallen in the street, and he just goes, this must be my chance. This must be where I summon my magic for the first time. And he strikes a pose about it, and then you just see an armored guard roll into the street and snatch her up out of the way of a wagon. And it cuts back to him still in the pose.
Yeah.
And then later he's walking down and he's just like, I guess it's a little too soon to be asking me to do magic, isn't it? And yeah, over the course of things, the reality of his situation actually hits him, because not he's not in an isekai. He's not in a video game isekai. There's no level up screen, and there's no stat screen, and he has no equipment. He's a Connecticut Yankee in King Arthur's Court.
Yes. Which is
Like, he walks by an apple stand and he looks at the apples and he just goes, and the sign, and he just goes, "Oh God, I can't read that." Like, he pokes his head into a demi-human only bar.
Yeah.
He walks into the women's restroom.
He does talk with the shopkeeper of the Apple shop, and the guy's like, what's wrong with you, dude?
He's just like, why are you dressed weird? Why don't you have any money? Fuck off. Because he tries to pay him in yen coins, and he's just like, I don't know what that is. Get that shit out of here.
Leave.
That means you're broke, doesn't it? And yeah, after this series of misadventures, he just sits down in an alleyway and he just goes, man, this sucks. My starter equipment is garbage because all he has is the plastic bag of food from the company.
Yeah.
He's just like, wait a second, I have my cell phone, and he starts going through his contacts, and he's got a flip phone, first of all. But he starts going through his contacts, and he's just like, at least this still works. And then he sees out of range.
Yeah, no service.
He's just like, what's the point?
But that's okay, because we're about to meet some characters.
Yeah, well, okay is a strong word for it. So yeah, while he's sitting there, some dudes just walk up on him because he's complaining the whole time. It's just like, and where's the cute girl that summoned me? That's the rules, right? And as he says this, three figures step out of the shadows, and he goes, "Is it you that summoned me?" And they say, "Nandate."
Like, no.
Dude, we're robbing you.
Give us your money.
Because yeah, three stereotypical goons have showed up to rob him.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah.
And he's just like he's in disbelief at this point. But they do talk enough trash to him that he's just like, you know what? Maybe this is the moment. And he kicks the shit out of a little person. That's the first thing he does in this show. He just kicks like a halfling in the stomach into a wall. And it really, this particular sequence of violence is quite good because he does that and then he punches the big guy in like the crotch.
Yeah.
He like sucker punches him.
No, he doesn't do that until later.
He what is it? He just he slugs him with like a kidney blow or something. I don't know.
No,
but he knocks him the fuck out.
No, he doesn't knock them out the first time.
No, he does. He knocks two of them the fuck out the first time. Because he crumples the halfling and then he knocks the other guy just smooth to the floor. And he's just like, yeah, I'm really feeling myself. I've got the protagonist status. At least I am strong. And the last guy is a real freak. He has like a manacle around his neck and like a weird snake tongue. Yeah, our guy Subaru, Subaru is just like, I'm gonna finish him off, and he starts to charge him, and the guy just pulls two knives out, and he just slides into an apology pose.
Forgot about
He's just like, please don't kill me.
Don't stab me. Don't stab me. Please no
Please
stab
don't stab me. And they're just like, fuck with us, huh? And they just kick the living shit out of him.
Yeah, they just start kicking him
like
to death.
The other two like get up.
Yeah.
And just start JoJo's Bizarre Adventure stomping him. And while this is happening, a character we saw very briefly earlier running across the rooftops,
yes,
happens upon this scene, and everybody stops for a second, and he just goes, "Oh, it's got to be you. You've got to be the one that summoned me.
You're the cute girl that summoned me here." And she's
like, this cat girl is just like, "Do you think I know him? I don't know him."
Anyhow, keep bidding him up. Bye.
He's just like, I'm sorry, I'm busy. And she just scooches. Well, she just wall jumps past like it's a Metroidvania, and she's too busy to care. So they continue to put the boots to him for a minute until the next person comes along. And the next person is a silver-haired anime girl.
Oh yeah. This is an anime girl.
This is an anime-ass anime girl.
Oh, yeah.
And she stops them all. She's just like, well, stop right there. Now, if you'll just give back what you stole, I'm willing to forgive you. And they're just like, stole? What do you mean? You're not here for this guy? And she's just like, do I look like I know?
It's very funny.
And they're just like, we haven't stolen anything yet from anybody except for him, and we're not through stealing from him. And she's just if it was anybody, it was probably that brat that just ran by, and she's just like, "Oh, okay. Well, I better make haste." And she goes to abandon him as well. Uh, but she does have the second thought. She's just like, on second thought, I can't turn a blind eye to this. And she turns around and knocks them all down with an ice spell.
She just throws one ice cube at each of them,
She just hits
basically.
them in the chest with ice bullets.
Yeah.
Uh, and Subaru doesn't even. He's not even. Just not even like, "Are you this one or something to me?" Because he's too beat to shit at this point.
Yeah. He's like half
He's
unconscious.
half unconscious. And she's just like, "Is it you? Are you the thief?" And he's just like, "I don't have anything." She's just like, "You're dressed so strangely." And her strange companion, her strange spirit companion,
Cat mascot.
the cat mascot Puck, is just like, "I don't sense any deceit from him. I don't think he took it." As Subaru is passing out from being beaten, and they have an argument about whether they're going to stop to save.
Yeah. They're just like, no, we should just ditch him.
Well, actually, it's more like, we should just ditch him, and the cat's just like, you're not going to ditch him.
Yeah, that's true. She's like, ugh, fine.
And he passes out. The screen fades to black. And when the screen comes back, he's obviously lying down with his head on somebody's lap, and he's just like, "I didn't know cute girls were so hairy." And he's just go, "Wait a minute!" And he sits up, and and the cat mascot has become human sized, and was just like, "I made myself bigger, so you could at least be happy."
Fully furry-fied, delightful.
So you could at least be happy while you were unconscious.
Loved that.
I'd love to see you this way. And he's like, "I'm not happy." Yeah, they say, "Listen, I healed your wounds so that I could question you. It's totally a selfish act."
Yeah, she might be just a touch bit tsundere.
And she's just like, it was about the item that the thief stole was about this big. It was triangular and it had a gem in the middle. And he's just like, "I'm sorry, I haven't seen it." I, and she's just like, "Oh, well, you know what? At least we know that you know nothing. You've answered my questions. I will take my leave." And she goes. She just goes. And he's standing there, healed, because they cast magic on him to heal him. And he's standing there, and he's just like, "Man, I got fucking nothing. I got nothing going on in this place."
Yeah.
And but she's the kind of person that stopped to help me for no reason, and then tried to justify it to herself that way. Wait, she's gonna waste her whole life. I gotta stop her. So he goes to tag along with her. And he frames it as he's just like, "I want to thank you, and it's totally selfish on my part too. I want to do one good deed a day."
Yeah.
And she's just and Puck is just like, "I don't sense any malice or deceit from him, so you might as well just accept his offer of help." So they team up. Did I mention he fell into the river earlier?
He did fall in the river. I don't know.
I don't know why he fell.
I think it was just a, uh-oh, this new world is crazy sort of deal.
But
It was almost montagey.
But yeah, they team up to search for this icon, because he at least knows what the thief's face looks like.
Yeah, because
Because
he
he
saw
did
the
see
cat
her
girl.
while he was getting his ass kicked.
He's like, yes, the cat girl.
Yeah, they start looking, and they're not having like a lot of success. They're not their plan isn't particularly good. They stop in the market for a minute to because Satala, we'll just go ahead and call her Satala. She sees a young girl, clearly panicking by the wall, and she's just like, "Oh, that girl's crying. We have to help her." And Subaru's just like, our position isn't particularly great either, right? Do we have time for this? And she's just like, well, I guess I can look for it myself. You've been a great help up till now. Goodbye.
They're like, nah, we can't leave this lost child alone.
Yeah, and she goes to help the lost child and like immediately scares her. But Subaru comes in from the side with a with a stupid magic trick. He does some David Blaine street magic.
Yeah, he just does a little bit of sleight of hand to make the coin appear.
To show off his ridged edged 10 yen coin. And make it disappear for the child, and then pulls it out from behind her ear, which she's delighted by. And he's just like, here, you can have this, but treat it well, it's rare. Which breaks the ice with the kid so that they can start, looking for her mom. And there's a bit of like meet cute going on at this point. He's just like, if people didn't know better, they would assume that we're a young couple with a daughter. And she's just like, I can't see you as anything more than her older brother. And you think this is going to go along a little longer, but they immediately find her mother.
Yep.
Who's very grateful. And then they stop by a public fountain, or they stop on a bridge. And they're just like, well, we're not really any closer to finding anything, are we? And that detour didn't really help. And she immediately goes to charge off, basically. Oh yeah, and they have a cute moment because he was irritated about her thinking of him as a boy.
Right, because we're gonna get some lore.
We get a
about
little
her.
lore, and he's just like, "You can't be that much older than me." And she's just like, "I don't know about that. I am a half elf." And he looks over at her, and sure enough, her ears are pointed. And he's just like, "Oh yeah, that's why I thought you were cute from the get go." Elves are beautiful, right? And like it immediately embarrasses her and delights Puck. Puck gives him like a fake punch to the cheek, which is very fun.
Maybe the only example of one of those mascot characters in this show that I don't immediately want to set on fire.
Puck's all right.
Because Puck is, for one, not super annoying, and for two, is not perving on any of the characters, like, ever.
Yeah, weird like prevalence of pervert animals in anime in general. But I'll just make you watch that one anime that's nothing but nothing but a comedy about a German Shepherd who wants to fuck its owner.
No. We'll not be watching that. I know what you're talking about.
But yeah, and she's embarrassed and immediately charges off to continue looking, and he's just like, wait. Without a plan, we're gonna go nowhere. We need to return to the scene of the crime. So he returns to the Apple car. And the guy's just like, do you have any money now? And he's just like, do you want to talk to me like that? Really? I brought somebody along who might have money. And she's just like, I don't have any money.
He's like, what do you mean you don't have any money?
And he's just like, will you two get lost? And right around that time, the little girl from earlier and her mother reappear. And it turns out that that's his wife and daughter.
Yes.
So he's actually a little more amenable to being questioned about this.
He's like, okay, you did help rescue my daughter, so I will answer a question for you.
I'll answer some questions for you. And Subaru shows his talent for draftsmanship by showing him a composite sketch that he made of this girl's. I forgot what this girl's name is already. The thief, the cat girl.
It's like a common
felt.
word.
It's like felt.
Yeah, felt like something like that.
And he's just like, oh, that's felt. Like I've seen her around, but I don't know where she lives. She's big in the slums.
Yeah, over in the slums.
And the next scene is them walking through the slums, and he's just like, well, this is a bad situation. And they very quickly come to the conclusion that it's not really worth it questioning anybody because nobody's going to give up one of their own.
Yeah.
So, and the day is starting to actually drag on.
Oh yeah, Puck has to go to bed.
So Puck has to go to bed. He works 9 to 5.
He's a sleepy little spirit.
He's run out of, he doesn't have enough mana to manifest physically anymore, so he has to go sleep in his crystal.
Uh-huh.
So it's just Satala, whose name was revealed earlier. They introduced themselves. Uh, and Subaru, the Satala and Subaru show. Uh, and she's just like, well, we could just ask the lesser spirits for some guidance here. And he's just like, what are those? And he's just like, spirits, before spirits can manifest themselves physically, they have to grow and like gain a sense of identity. There's lots of them around, and you can ask them. Uh, so yeah, she uses it to get a clue, basically,
Mhm.
a direction to go. Uh, and yeah, they start heading that way, and they actually pass somebody. And Subaru is struck by a bolt of inspiration because they pass a real shady looking character. And he just turns around and says, "Hey, bro, you know where Felt lives?" And the guy just turns around and says, "Oh, she steals something from you? Well, the only thing this way is Old Man Rowe's loot house. You could probably negotiate for it."
Good luck.
And he goes, "Oh, I see." So yeah, they turn up to this place, and it's a real situation. So Subaru is just like, "All right, I'll negotiate." Uh, because I think he's correctly clocked that she isn't capable of
Yeah,
negotiation.
probably not.
She's just a little too off.
Yeah.
Uh, Marking his second isekai ability, the ability to converse normally with other people.
Also, another rare trait that I feel like we don't get enough of, like with these characters, is someone with actual people skills.
Somebody who doesn't immediately say the first thing they think
Yeah.
and can thus behave in human society.
Like some of the very occasionally he's just the mildest bit cringy, but like in a believable
He's cringing the way teenage
yeah,
boys.
exactly. Like
Also, it's noted that he's actually somewhat muscular for a isekai protagonist.
a little bit.
And it is suggested that it is because he is a shut-in who lives by himself, and he feels like he has to guard his home. So he works out every day.
Uh-huh.
He also remarks later that he just swings a wooden sword around for no reason.
He's a bit of a weirdo, but it's
He's
okay.
a fucking dork.
It's
Um,
okay.
but yeah, he takes point on this. He takes point on this after basically fishing for her to say, "Do your best. I believe in you." But also he can manage to give him is a gambate.
Yeah.
So yeah, he steps in to this place, and it's clearly a warehouse full of stolen goods, and he's quite trepidatious about it. And he's just like, God, I hope this isn't like a real ass fantasy situation where I'm stepping into like a den of demons or snake monsters or something. And as he's looking around by the light of his cell phone, I think,
Mhm.
he just stumbles into a puddle of blood.
And he's like, "Oh no."
Because he's not the first person here. Um, and a huge man that we'll find out later, the proprietor, has been messily murdered in this place. And as he's withdrawing in horror from this, he hears a voice behind him say, "Oh, you've seen. Well, I guess you'll have to go too." And someone disemboweled.
Yes, this is going to be the surprising plot twist of this anime, because you don't really expect your protagonist in a, fantasy isekai to
Power trip
immediately
to
get
bite it.
yeah, but nope, he's gonna die. And while he's on the ground dying,
Settler comes in and and starts to come in and say, you know,
"Oh,
uh,
are you okay?"
what's wrong?
Guess what? She's gonna die too.
I forgot his name. I keep wanting to call him Saburo.
Subaru, like the
It's
vehicle,
Subaru. It's like the
like
car.
the car.
It's not like Saburo, a much cooler name. Saburo's the name of a rogue samurai. but yeah, so yeah, she gets got too. She immediately gets shanked by this voice in the darkness. Uh, and we relived the clips from the beginning of the show because it was him dying.
Yep. But like, and also to his credit, he's just like, no, don't
Don't,
die.
yeah, because he tried to warn her.
He tried.
And he's just like, don't worry, I'll save you. Uh, and he says, as he says, I'll save you. He's our next scene is in front of the fruit merchant again, and merchant who's holding an apple in front of his face, and says, "What's wrong, boy? You seem like you've seen a ghost. Are you gonna pay for this apple?"
So womp womp. It's a time loop
It's a
anime.
time loop anime, and he hasn't got it yet, which is bad.
Yeah,
Um,
he's gonna be probably through at least a few loops before he really gets it.
so I think so. His first instinct here is to run immediately back to the place to try and save Satala. But it's the middle of the day. The crime hasn't even been completed yet.
Nor has he met
Nor has he
basically
met her
all of the important characters
or
that
the
he's
important
met so
characters.
far.
So he books it down the alleyway. He runs into the muggers again and just uppercuts them.
He does actually just beat them up
He
this
just
time.
beats the shit out of them because they're completely unprepared for the immediate violence that he
He's like,
resorts to.
get out of, oh, you want revenge? Get out
And
of my way, I'm busy.
You want revenge? You waited for revenge on me, and they're just like, "Who the fuck are you?" So yeah, he just starts by uppercutting the knife guy and beating the shit out of the other two.
I think this is where he gets the nut shot on the big guy.
Yeah, he the big guy swings on him and he grabs his arm and starts twisting, and he's just like, never underestimate the grip strength of a man who swings around a wooden sword all day for no reason. And then he just kicks him in the crotch. So yeah, and yeah, he sprints to the bad part of town and he finds himself at the loot house again. And immediately he's just like, "Oh, this feels weird. I guess I'll knock." And he knocks and he shouts out at the door. And the huge dead man from earlier opens the door and just says, "You don't even know the password and you're beating my door down."
But he just lets him in, which is really funny.
He seems like a gregarious man.
He seems fine.
So yeah, we're introduced to Old Man Ram, who is A, huge, and B, old, and C, a drunk.
And D, importantly, alive now.
He is alive, and he is day drinking.
Subaru's like, did you die recently?
Yeah, they have a conversation where Subaru plays it cool, unlike most
Yes.
protagonists who have an inability to say anything that isn't immediately obvious.
Well,
he just infers what's going on.
We'll say something stupid later on, but we'll get to that.
But yeah, he says, "You haven't died recently, have you?" And the guy's just like, "Oh, I'm pretty old, but no." And we tease out through this conversation that no, the guy doesn't have the emblem that they were looking for, that he was trying to get to before anybody got hurt. But he's got somebody coming in with stolen goods later.
Mm-hmm.
And that might be it, and you could negotiate for it. And also, Subaru figures out that while he doesn't have any money, he does have a cell phone that he could employ exactly once to trade to people who don't know what a cell phone is,
which is pretty smart.
Which is pretty funny.
So he's like, "Ooh, look at this! I can take your picture."
So yeah, he waits around for the thief, Felt. Sitting on the porch until she gets there, basically, and looking around and going, just like, well, I guess there's poor people everywhere, huh? It's bad all around.
Yep.
Just maybe more obvious here. until she gets there, and she's immediately just like, who are you? Move. And he's just like, you're Felt, right? And she's like, why do you know me? And it's just like, I want to negotiate for what you've got in your bag. So yeah, they sit down to do a deal. Uh, oh yeah, and he fed the old man some potato chips, which was pretty funny.
The old man liked those.
He quite liked those. And yeah, so they sit down to do a deal, and she's just like, "Well, I'm interested. Uh, that device, what is it, the Machia or whatever, must be worth at least 20 holy coins. But I have another buyer coming to
Hmm.
negotiate for this, so we have to entertain their offer too. You'll be bidding against each other." And he's just like, "Oh, okay, fine." So they wait around until the other buyer shows up, and it is she's a purple-haired woman, right?
Yes.
Uh,
Kind of like
she,
almost, Lust
she's a
from
femme
FMA.
fatale type.
Yeah.
Yeah, and she turns up to buy this emblem. Uh, and she's just like, "There's a lot of outsiders here." And she's just like, "Well, yeah, of course. I can't let you just, rob me. That would be silly." uh, so they sit down uh, over a drink and start discussing this deal. And he's shown off the phone, and he's like, he builds it as a device that can freeze time because he takes a bunch of pictures of them,
Yeah.
and they're very impressed.
Yes.
Um, he even does it to her when she's less impressed. Um,
Hmm.
but they sit down and talk about it, and she's just like, "Well, my employer did give me some extra coin just to haggle," and she empties out. She's got 20, and Subaru looks like despondent about this, but the old man is just like, "Well, I said yours was worth at least 20, so you're clearly still in the lead." And he physically just stands up and shouts, "Yata!" And then he looks down around him like he's clearly misjudged the mood, and he's just like, "Oh, come on! I'm allowed to celebrate once in a while." And Felt is just like, "I don't care what you do as long as you pay me."
Hmm.
Uh, so yeah, he buys it out from under her. And they're discussing it for a moment. She's just like, what do you intend to do with it?" And he's just like, "Well, I'm gonna give it back to its owner," uh,
Mistake.
which was mistake number one because everyone's eyes like narrow at that point. And Felt actually tilts him back over his chair because the woman across from them has come at him with a knife,
Yes.
and she's just like, "You're one with them, huh?" And yeah, old man Rowe, to his credit, attempts to defend his guest with a big club, and he has a fight with this woman who's clearly very agile, and also clearly the person who disemboweled the both of them earlier.
Yes.
And they're and Subaru's just like, "Oh, should we help?" And Felt's just like, "I've never seen old man Rowe lose a fight," as he gets his left arm cut off.
He doesn't make it.
He does not make it, and he does even try and pull her into the bear hug of death, but she just jams a broken beer mug into his throat.
It's very surprisingly brutal
It's
for.
really brutal. Uh, and immediately the fight continues because Felt isn't going to allow her surrogate father to be murdered in front of her
Yes.
without response, and like immediately attempts to shank her with a sort of a fantasy thief move.
Hmm.
But she just sort of shadow dodges out of it, and she's just like, "Oh, that's impressive. You must be beloved by the world." Anyway, cutting you in half.
So that's two down. Now
uh,
it's just Subaru left.
yeah, just cuts her down the middle, and it's just Subaru left cowering. And only now does he like find his strength, and he's just like, "I guess I'll have to defend myself because she's going to try and kill me anyway." And it goes quite poorly. She just dodges him.
But
Uh,
he does manage a little bit of a dodge against her as well.
yeah. She just dodges him, and she's just like, you've got no techniques, and are clearly a novice, but I do admire that determination." And he remembers what happened to him before. for a moment. So when she comes at him, he does step back and then forward. He seemingly dodges her disemboweling cut and delivers a solid kick to her kidneys. And she just says, "Ooh, I'm gonna feel that one." And he's really feeling himself, and he stances up, and then he unstances because he's bleeding to death.
Because she still kind of got him,
Because
yeah.
she still got him. She still opened him up at the navel.
She does. She's a bit of a freak
She's a
because she
freak.
goes on about how, oh, look at your entrails.
She's just like, I just knew your guts would be a pretty color. And she stands over him until he dies.
And he's just like panicking. He's like,
She's
oh
just like,
God, I'm dying.
slowly,
Oh God, I'm
slowly
dying.
now. And he's just like, I'm gonna die. Until he snaps back.
And he's in front of the
He's in front of the apple again. And the guy says, "What's wrong? You look like you've seen a ghost. Don't you have any money?" And he says, "I don't know what's happening anymore." And he passes out and hits his head on the concrete cobblestone.
This is the worst he's ever done it this
This
far.
is not a great start.
The guy feels so bad. He's like, no, here, just take this apple, and here's some water too.
Yeah, he drenches him in water to try and wake him up. And when he comes to, he sees Satala walking down the street, obviously looking for her emblem. And he goes to give chase. And he shouts her name, and everyone on the street turns to look at him.
She's like, "Don't you dare call!" Oh, what does she say?
Well, the thing is that the subtitles on mine started being that of the end theme.
Oh, interesting.
So I only got part of what they were saying to each other because the rest of it was lyrics.
Akin to "Don't
call me the name of the Witch of Envy."
Yes. So more lore. Something's going on here.
And yeah, that's where it cut. What do you think?
I'm gonna go ahead and say it, folks. I kind of enjoyed this one. It was different enough that like there's some elements of mystery, there's some different stuff going on, and I cannot stress this enough again. They didn't do like a lot of the mostly the fan servicey stuff that a lot of these do. Like it's obviously still
Oh, don't worry, they will, but that's later.
Well, yeah, but usually even in the first episode, we've got panty shots, we've got them, like, okay, like, some of the character design is it leans a little in that direction, right? But, like, they're not overly heavily relying on that. They're actually giving us some intriguing, story plot stuff. And I'm kind of here for it. I mean, again, this is not my standard fare in terms of what I go for, but I could see myself watching another episode of this.
If I had to guess, and this is just a guess, I think this, from what I know, I think this one might be for you, or you might get turned off by it in 3 episodes.
True.
And the reason I think that is because the premise of this is not power fantasy as far as I know it. The premise of this is that you are going to watch this man suffer.
Sure.
Will he
suffer? That's true.
It is less an isekai and more a time loop story about getting it right.
Yes, which
it is going to be awful for him.
Which I'm here for. I like when they do a mysterious sort of thing like that. So.
Remember, he can't even read the local language.
Yeah, it's gonna be rough.
He has no powers except Sucker Punch.
Sure. So yeah, all that to say, I could see myself watching this. This has a great rating on my anime list, actually.
Oh, people love ReZero.
People really like this, apparently.
People were also absolute freaks for the twin maids in ReZero.
Yeah.
But, I think I might actually be interested in this one. I didn't know if I was going to be. I just knew that it was a big deal and I hadn't seen it.
Yeah, listen, they gave us a strong enough premise in the starting episode that, sure, I could see myself wanting to see more. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. So yeah, I'm definitely a maybe for another episode of Fuck My Chungus Life in Another World.
Another episode of Let's Get Shanked in Another World. No, wait, you did that episode.
It was
You did that one already.
disemboweled in another
Disemboweled.
world. Anyway, if you'd like to email us in this world, you can do so at oneepisodecast@gmail.com.
That is one, the word, not the number. We are also on Twitter and Blue Sky. We are at One Episode Cast. Come talk to us about.
You could consider Twitter another world.
Yeah, Twitter is
A kind of hell.
Come talk to us about anime. We're on there.
And indeed, on Twitter every day repeats the same pattern.